for any other from Mama Cover ever daily update TV so send daily kind of a channel so make sure so better and the subscribe button is at home. Nothing to tap on the notification bell on the center there. Also submit my all the new updates I edit to channel so more when I go on Ghana politics. As I'm sure she'll be say we're going to show videos so be like it. Now I share them. That's all I didn't be edit for video or the comment section here now can kind of answer so edema. Some me am the case idea Kelvin tell am I who pass it. NPP forces here or more 87 or more parliament. No. They have an agenda. So Mbema aye NDC any John Dramani Mahama Ghana's president look unattractive to Ghanaians. Into Umbe don't bet me be say Omo de enema fin ebeshe Ghana footim nyoma look unattractive and nyoma here to try to take the attention away from nyoma Papa NDC any John Dramani Mahama. So I am the director of communications at the NPP Richard Ahiagwa on a live television at the Ėxƒotzė via Petrol Bontina I for a Reverend Ntim Fordjour making allegation I would just plain be a belande or her on the command of the president time or Master cooking be a film I transported to a different country no a dear assembly GH1 for ama I no cry a what as him by ensema a Richard Ahiagwa ekekana or live television so tiense men de me pesi yanko video na ensema Kelvin tell a dear cancer in same way now. Video so.
This is their director of communications. The director of communications now Okasama NPP no Richard Ahiagba. What has be an oka? Or say it is an unfair question to ask whether Ntim Fordjour has evidence. Pizza to four, bravo muti asiye. Ye busa say Ntim Fordjour asabna wakano. Ninjina so or say unfortunate say ye busa say adentina only evidence. Asama a free party kasama fo no bano. This listen to this idiot. Listen to him.
Does Reverend Ntim Fordjour have evidence?
Sorry?
Does he have evidence?
How do you find out if he has evidence?
I'm asking you.
I'm coming. I will answer your question. How do you ask if he has evidence? To send 20 NIB gun-wielding people to go and ask him?
That's not what I'm asking.
I'm asking you, but that's
Richard,
what they have done.
I am asking you. Does he have evidence?
Let me tell you. You asked a question earlier to answer your question of evidence. Already I've told you that you are not expecting Ntim Fordjour to carry a handful of. Well, I'm getting.
That's fine, but I'm asking.
So what evidence are you asking for?
You, as the director of communications for the party, and someone who has been following this matter very closely, you were in his house yesterday.
Yeah.
Are you personally? Yeah. You know, do you have information whether he has the evidence?
So let me ask you that question.
You are not answering my question.
No, I'll answer your question. I've answered your question.
Does he have evidence?
I've answered your question, but if you're asking an unfair question, it should be turned to you so you can answer it. The question you are asking.
How does this question? Thank you to Sarah and GH1. How can you say this question is unfair? You see why I keep telling Ghana for say these are a group of the distractors. The NPP as a political party, Jimmy. This is Obi also Kasama NPP. Yebusa say, Sani Pana Mujina ho say mu defending no. Does he have evidence? Because what we are looking at a national security issue. Abaya ba. O say abayin ka planes biaba abefa cocaine in the name of the government. This is national security because we are looking at the credibility of this country, the presidency, the government. If you make such an allegation, you should be able to have evidence to back it. Because what they want to do, they want to destroy NDC Abano, Senebeya, NDC Abano Kwabontinia. They will give it a bad name. That is what they are doing. They know that 38-year-old fool has no evidence to what he's saying. Now you sit on national television. Nia Busa will say, Fordjour na mudinechi mo kontokwa. Mo say obi be bono or evidence or say Fordjour cannot carry cocaine in his hand and come and show. Really? Because as somebody Kenya any die any sorry and a Fordjour was a one Ntim Fordjour abeka say ne see et say Ntim Fordjour 38-year-old boy owura parliament. Now we owura parliament. Speaker Alban Bagbin already the head of parliament. Technically, parliament kuruna dia. Now Fordjour area security check metal detectors, the physical checks. Abetna Parliament. Now Obiaka say Ntim Fordjour or a drug peddler or tonton drugs for Parliament or tonton red ma parliamentarians. Emma NPP for nom or tonton cocaine ma NPP for nom. Now Obie ewo the other side I say Ntim Fordjour or ton red or Parliament or ton cocaine or Parliament. Alban Bagbin or ye the head of Parliament I say no. This issue you are saying is a matter very important to say. Parliament, police, they need to basically look into it because you cannot sit on the other side and say Ntim Fordjour on red or Parliament, my NPP for nom and cocaine. So Alban Bagbin, who is the president of Parliament, says then you, the person making the allegation, Etia Ėvedėncė and Fordjour, collaborate or work with Parliament security. Now, I'm the bottom of it. The first thing you people have to do, you have to help Ėvedėncė. Security or more parliamentar. Offer security more bedroom, right? So one, they will start to look at the cameras. Fordjour do gate, offer metal detector mu, yes searching, or bedroom physical search, yes searching, all bar cameras are picking each other, no kuta BB, just air contraband. Ninginano, some investigations needs to be done, but it needs to be done in collaboration with Nipana or make allegation here Fordjour, any parliament security. Now, we are asking wuna wo allegation tia Fordjour so oton red oton bima afenyomaken and it original no jimino ho oton bima NPP for. Now you the person who made the allegation against Fordjour so oton drugs no. You are saying say it is unfair to ask you say e dey na wugina so ka say Fordjour eton drugs or Parliament. You are insane. So right now from their point the allegation is evidence. That is the understanding MPP in Kwasiafo EPC GD. Because when you listen to Omo communicators, any Omo this guy, he's trying to tell us to say the allegations Fordjour made is the evidence. How can allegation be evidence? Now when you listen to this, now does
Reverend Ntim Fordjour have evidence?
Sorry?
Does he have evidence?
How do you find out if he has evidence?
I'm asking you.
I'm coming. I will answer your question. How do you ask if he has evidence? To send 20 NIB gun-wielding people to go and ask him?
That's not what I'm asking.
I'm asking you, but that's what they have done.
I am asking you. Does he have evidence?
Let me tell you. You asked a question earlier to answer your question of evidence. Already I've told you that you are not expecting Ntim Fordjour to carry a handful of.
That's fine, but I'm asking.
So what evidence are you asking for?
You, as the director of communications for the party, and someone who has been following this matter very closely, you were in his house yesterday.
Yeah.
Are you personally? Yeah. Do you have information whether he has the evidence?
So let me ask you that question.
You are not answering my question.
No, I'll answer your question. I've answered your question.
Does he have evidence?
I've answered your question, but if you're asking an unfair question, it should be turned to you so you can answer it. The question you are asking me is an unfair question. Are you expecting that Ntim Fordjour to fetch a sample of the cocaine and show anybody?
That's not what I'm asking.
The evidence he has is that.
Does he have evidence of the allegations that he's making?
You have agreed that he cannot bring sample of the cocaine or note from the plane, okay? So we agree that he cannot do that. Now, the evidence you are looking for is the inconsistency and the lack of purpose of that flight here in our country. Now, Ėvedėncė Fosu said that the N8223 AM flight, which started the conversation here on the 20th or so of March, that flight was on its way somewhere. It was traveling, going someplace. Are you with me? The plane was not destined for Ghana. Its destination was not Ghana.
Okay.
The N823 AM flight. Ėvedėncė Fosu says that flight was not destined to come to Ghana. Its destination was not Ghana. It was going somewhere. And somehow it felt that it needed refueling, which is questionable to begin with. Because if you're an airplane taking off, you calculate the distance from where you are going and how much fuel you need. So where were they going? And they didn't know how much fuel they need.
But airlines stop for refueling.
I'm saying that it's only emergency situations. But I'm just saying that wherever they were going, Felix says that they got up there and they were tired, okay? And they wanted to rest.
He didn't say
that's what they said. They said they landed here for crew rest.
He said when they landed.
No.
He didn't say when they were up there. They got tired.
How would they decide that they were tired? Crew
rest happens in this country all the time.
But I'm saying that he's saying that that flight was not coming to Ghana. But somehow they were tired and they thought they needed refueling. Okay, and so they landed here. And upon landing, they burst a tire, and then also they realized that their landing gear was faulty. Okay,
Richard, you haven't answered my question.
I've answered your question, except you are looking for you are looking to draw a blood off a stone. It's impossible.
But
I have asked you the question.
Let's not do a back and forth because of our audience, else they won't follow the conversation.
They are following the conversation. You are asking an unfair question.
How is it unfair?
I'll ask you: do you expect Ntim Fordjour to bring a handful of cocaine as evidence?
That's not what
I'm asking you. So what are you expecting to be evidence?
That's what I'm asking you.
What are you expecting a reasonable evidence to be? What are you expecting evidence to be?
So please, if you will allow me, you as a member of the party, in very close relation with Reverend Ntim Fordjour, I'm asking you, does he have any information that we do not know as Ghanaians? As
he has given you the information he has.
From all the information that he has, you believe that he has compellable evidence?
But you should determine unless you say otherwise.
All right.
But I'm telling you, no. You see,
quickly, I need to bring it in.
You can go. But the point is that an aircraft leaves its destination to come here. Okay?
So basically, what this fool is trying to tell you is to say, the evidence is the allegations. What? These are just distractions. Nobody's supposed to pay attention to these fools again. Some are catch them and say, when one way Jimmy. They have no message for Ghanaians. Their party has disintegrated. They don't have any message. They don't even have a leader. So that is why they are holding on to this. They know there's nothing there. You have gotten the best opportunity to prove to the world to say, that fool, or making allegation, or evidence, or catch say, I think Ntim Fordjour answer cocaine in good in sim. Ntim Fordjour because I said the near Ninjina swan dieng. Whether the plane wasn't destined for Ghana, whether the plane was destined for Ghana, whether the crew were tired or not, whether a landing gear was changed, I don't care. What I care about is the statement you made. What was your basis? That's all. But when we allow such fools, near Jai Party Jimmy Fowe, now you Jai de here, I was say you're drinking one year Ghana. We are not supposed to pay attention to these people. Oh my Jimmy. They are just distracting you. They are careless, filthy, stupid. They know, say, they cannot distract this government. John Mahamani NDC, you know. Omunim said, there is no way Ghanaians have more opportunity to come back to power. Because at this point, Senka NPP were evidence. And come to Abremo. They want to finish the NDC and Ameboa. They have nothing. A speculation. Because you see, look at this issue. Mr. P, Mr. S, which committee is this idiot on? Sir, Sir, Ntim Fordjour. Committee Ben or Tisono. Which committee is this guy on? On a normal day, if you're part of a committee in Parliament, now you see, because they know that 38-year-old boy, Sir Ntim Fordjour, because they know he has been stupid and foolish, they want to now add him to the lot. Afenoma Kinim say, Bueno has foolishly misbehaved and that he needs to be penalized. Now, you know what they are trying to do? They are trying to add him to the 87 pigs. Send ye beya. Sa bonina wedino, yen to injailino. In this whole study conversation, their conversation is like, he was part of us. He held a press conference in our name. They say he's part of the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. Now, you are part of Defense and Interior Committee, right? Now, Interior Committee now down, there's a chairman. They are ranking members. Where will be? Now, what do you do as a member of a committee in Parliament? You call your chairman. You tell the chairman, Mr. Chairman, this is the evidence I have. This is what I have. I want this committee to look at this. Now, when the chairman of the committee, Yankas or NDC, on person will look at it, then you move it further. You can go to the security agencies and say, I'm part of parliamentary committee. I'm doing my oversight duty. This is the evidence I have. I've told my chairman that we should open investigations into it. My chairman is ignoring me. Now, as a citizen of Ghana who wants to protect this country, I want to give the evidence to that security agency you trust to open investigations into this. Now, you come out and you can make vague statement. whilst in Parliament, you know, say the committee you belong to, no, there's a chairman that you can pass on this information to. But because this 38-year-old boy, na funashisha se abudiabano, he thought to say the Ablakwa Yerobetuma Ablakwa based every single thing he said in Ghana on facts. Sam George based everything he said in Ghana in opposition on fact. This 38-year-old boy thought to say, and I know he believes the NPP voted Jimmy. They don't think, they don't ask questions, they follow anything that they hear. Until he knew, say, as a ranking member of a committee, I also inquired the right, he knows the party, they are foolish. So he's going to use the party to become relevant. Ntim Fordjour knows he has committed a crime. God being good, I'm not a president. Kawin kamachena to long time.
At year for a year, Director of Communication, the NPP, a year Richard Ȧllėgȧtiȯnț and Kelvin and out in a simple question of say, Richard Ȧllėgȧtiȯnț, you are one of the closest person to Reverend Ntim Fordjour or the allegations about Bontina or Tim saying a transport a cooking with F mining with the order from the president. If it's a simple question, say, bro, who call a year with Ntim Fordjour if he and dra? Oko hono. Did you see anything or did Ntim Fordjour tell you, say, he has evidence on the allegation or the Bontin? Such a simple question. Richard Ȧllėgȧtiȯnț ain't me answer. To onono uhuni say a unfair question for say I'm here to ask that question. Anna, I'm a Kelvin tell and so say a idea. This NPP phone a idea or more agenda. Or more follow a Nat'l legacy na. Send ya almost meeting ho. Emma a year nanado etimi sell mine passan. Or mo who say idea, see a baby a Ghana for adjun ehun Ghana for and a quatruaba. No caso more pitching because Omo who say NPP for they don't have anything better to offer Ghanaians. Or men who said dear drew no dear. So man for allegation, a yes speculation. Near my emphatic beer and rural Ghana for adjun and now they say bet me. Asa enye to be an asa Ghana for do to me ebe show me. So the only agenda as is show money so say omo bema a year Ghana for who say John Romain Mahama any a year NDC for no look unattractive. Now on my agenda ni be no masha say so more the intro baby we Ghana for team because when say a the MPP fund there. Who can't say they don't do any investigation beer that is on my jiatum, that is on more can say wow na no. Na sema aye he ewo mining for the past week. Emma se wam he bisa aye Director of Communication at the NPP aye Richard Ȧllėgȧtiȯnț. Such a simple question. Say bro, you're closest to aye Reverend Ntim Fordjour. Well, anawaka bibi acho. Is there any information I won't find about public say mikita evidence we enti ibetimi ye evidence inti. Asem na ye kan yen kwasonka na afi yen fa evidence ne nkwa bonti. Such a simple question aye Richard Ȧllėgȧtiȯnț ain't me answer. Emma ono no 10 questions na against aye say wam here cause aye unfair question on say what to ask this question. And Kelvin tell say aye dear Reverend Ntim Fordjour even afanyo mark and square chance on oya kra onim nyansa ni obi obi bia adia emfa kwem. Sisi ano adia omo peso mo ye no. According to Kelvin Taylor, Sankono president, and got this allegation I hear Reverend Ntim Fordjour at the Babontin, and Komaya chin da. And Tissa near war mining had another done quick fat, and my yetimi bobo empia, so my yetimi quaman for fee could boom to Kungumo Mang Fien. And yes, I have governors nibbing a John Romain Mahameko, and Sana John Romain Maham be taking any action, be no one who say, why your investigation, I could not evidence, I just say yes to beat me, go ahead. Na wama emrano ene obi edi na enye se bia obi suro bi o man ma anase obi eye nipa atin obi na anase obi aso chen emrano. We are all under the law. Enti ne Reverend Ntim Fordjour yende eya dia esese emrano ene ne di cause untimi fa allegations emeto eye a whole sitting president so wa bra only evidence bia ma sisi a wa wonua eye Director of Communication eye Richard Ȧllėgȧtiȯnț apa bontin pa be expose you pefe at the whole clear say asem na kind only solid evidence bia it was just speculation allegation be and now making a keke ede to a year wow for who sympathizers of the NPP Ntim because we be and so more dear they don't delve deeper into any issue no more so sorry no more coming like Kelvin tell I did to wanting if we say so you subscribe ya make sure so better on the subscribe button so e dem nothing sort of on the notification bell send a on so sabiti maka all the new update edit channel so mo hunde ko sangane politics so share this the black video so like now I share there That's why I didn't be add for video or audio comment section and beje. I can ever answer them. Some of the end them. Bye bye.